Guest is a pastry chef, a cookbook author, and the host of Baked in Vermont. And today she is making us a delicious grilled creamsicle cake. Yes, you heard me correctly. Please welcome back to our home, Gesine Bullock-Prado. Welcome back. So, all right, I've grilled fruit before, so there's nothing inventive about that. You just throw some fruit on the grill, but I've never grilled a cake.
I know, it's fun. Well, we have a protective layer by using an orange, right? So you pulp it out. And do you know what the best thing to use to get this out?
What?
A grapefruit spoon. Do you still have those? Remember
Yeah.
they're really old school with the thing?
Sure.
Like now kids are like, what is that? And like, it's old school.
Yeah,
You
my
just
grandmother had
scrape it
those.
out. That's perfect. So you just want to get out as much pulp as you can, and then you start getting to the batter.
I mean, this is very interesting, but does it give it a smoky flavor?
It doesn't, because we're going to wrap it in tin foil and then put it on the grill. It actually gets infused with the orange from the peel. So that's why it's a creamsicle. Kind of vanilla-y, orangey, great for a campfire.
Dare I ask how you even came up with this?
I was thinking, what would I do on a campfire when I don't want to bring all my stuff from home? And you would have, I would have, the fruits. You're thinking you're going to eat so healthfully. You don't.
You're not. That's
Right.
And then you're like, you go straight to cake. You're like, hey, you have a burger, you have a beer, and they're like, I want cake. So then
There
you
you
just
go.
you take your.
But it looks healthy because you're serving it in orange.
Yes, and you'll make a cocktail out of the pulp.
Exactly. All right, so it starts with the batter. So what do we have going in here?
In here is already cream, the butter and the sugar, and then eggs and an extra egg yolk. It's an emulsifier. It makes it tender.
Okay.
So if you would start it up a little.
All right, there we go.
And then I'm going to whisk together, I have in here my flour all-purpose, some leavening, a little nutmeg, just for a little punch of that little spice.
Spice it up a
and
little.
salt. All baked goods should have salt for flavor.
Okay.
Now,
Oh, boy.
we want to put half of that in there.
Okay. Oh, start
Pour it in.
slowly.
Start slowly. You can use your hand. I love using a piece of parchment to do this, so that you can
that's a good
actually
idea.
create a funnel,
Yeah.
and you don't hit the paddle. And then while you're doing that, I'm going to add this.
Okay.
So you want to add some flour first, then the liquid, and then the remainder.
What was that? Just
Was that
heavy?
That was buttermilk.
Buttermilk.
That was buttermilk.
Okay.
It gives it a tang.
Yeah, some time.
This is crazy. It is actually a full-on iced cake
It's so
inside
good.
an orange.
It's like
And do you taste
so
the
good.
orange?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you don't put any orange
That's what I'm
extract in
asking.
there.
Did you put orange into
None.
the cake?
None at
It's
all.
all
Amazing.
coming
It
from
tastes like
From the
orange.
itself.
the peel itself.
Okay, so that came together
Really
fairly
good.
quickly.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
let's get that off.
There we go.
Okay.
Or not.
There we go. We'll leave that there.
I mean, there.
There we go.
So we can always use a paddle too.
yeah. Mix it around.
And
a little more.
this is a pretty forgiving batter, so that you could make this on site in a campground just by, you get a lot of numbers if you have a fitness tracker by mixing by hand.
Cheat the system.
Cheat the
now
system.
we-
It's working. It's work.
we scoop the batter into our orange rind.
So a little less than halfway through. Otherwise, your campfire will be full of yummy, yummy dough.
And I bet it smells so good
Smells
when it's
fantastic.
cooking on the
Yeah.
grill.
Smells so good. And then to make sure that it doesn't explode, and it won't really explode, but this is a nice way of protecting it,
Okay.
is that you make it a little tent, a little home. And then if people happen upon you on your campground, they won't steal your cake because they think you're making potatoes.
That's right.
So they really
There
they
you
won't
go.
care.
Good to know.
What a great idea.
Isn't that cute?
Tina?
I think it's just it's really fun for kids to do too.
Do you actually
Oh,
put
yeah,
it in,
my guys would
in
love
the
this.
coals of the
You can put it in the coal. So the best way to do it is medium heat on gas grill, charcoal grill, or a campfire. If you have a little grate for on top, even better, but you can actually get away with it,
Right.
as they're just starting to fizzle out.
Put them
Interesting.
in.
And you've already eaten all the good stuff, right? You've eaten the burgers, so it needs cake.
Right.
So how long are we going to leave these on the grill?
These stay on the grill for 40 minutes, but you can also make them in your oven
Right.
for 20 to 25 minutes.
At what temperature?
350.
Okay.
So 350 in the oven, medium on the grill. If you have extra batter, best cupcakes
Like
ever.
this? Really?
Best
I bet.
cupcakes ever.
How does one, so then you take them off and they cool, and then
Yeah, and
we're
they
gonna,
cool.
we're going
You
to
want
ice
them
them here
cool.
in a minute. But how does one become a baker in Vermont?
Yeah.
Well, I had a
This was not your life before.
No, I actually ran an entertainment studio in LA here.
Yep, right here.
And my husband and I moved to Vermont so I was also a baker. And so I became a full-fledged pastry chef. I opened a shop. I wanted to sleep. So I thought, I'm a great teacher. Why don't I do that and sleep? So I have a baking school and I bake all the time.
You see that, Kevin? This could happen for you too.
This could happen.
Because
for me.
he,
You too.
he also loves to bake and cook.
I do.
He's
There you
really
go.
good.
Well, I
Come to
know really
Vermont.
good, but anyway.
I'm there for you.
Okay. And I think we have a clip of your show, Baked in Vermont.
where I bake in Vermont.
Yes, actually you
I do. It's
And
crazy.
You're throwing a party to celebrate your neighbor's graduation. Why don't we have a look at that?
Today, I'm dressing up the dessert table for my neighbor's graduation party. On the sweets menu, deliciously tangy and sweet petit fours, lovely heart-shaped orange and toffee chocolate truffles that are sure to impress, and a show-stopping macaron cake stacked with buttercream and fresh berries. And I've got a few quick tips and tricks to make piping fun, easy, and beautiful. Magic! Yay! I'm pulling out all the stops to celebrate a big day for a young lady so near and dear to my heart.
It's my color.
Wow. And while you guys were watching that, we were over here eating all the
Eating the
cream
cream
cheese
cheese
frosting
icing.
that we're putting. Why cream cheese frosting?
Because the tanginess is really fantastic with something so buttery and dense. So it's nice to have, and everybody loves cream cheese frosting. If there's someone who doesn't like cake, they can get a spoonful of frosting.
And what is in cream cheese frosting? Just cream cheese and powdered sugar?
Cream cheese, powdered sugar. I like to add a little bit of salt. You can add some vanilla. And then we have the little orange zest to put on top.
And also,
The
when you use the
zhuzh.
cream cheese icing, it kind of drives home the idea of the creamsicle. 'Cause
Yeah.
You got, the,
That's
orange,
so
you got the
true.
orange part. When you throw the cream cheese, you got a creamsicle.
And it's creamier.
Yeah.
Do you
win.
have any?
I win.
You win.
We all win if we're eating these.
That's
Do you
true.
have any tips for icing when you're icing the orange?
I think for something like this, because it can kind of grow a little outside, just make sure you're generous.
Okay.
Go outside the lines.
Get that.
All
Because
right.
no one will complain if they see a big orange like overrunning with frosting.
Could you
No.
show us?
I have not met one person who has
Who
complained.
says there's too much frosting?
Yes.
Ever?
I mean, that person is just not to be
Something that has
trusted.
never been
No.
said ever.
Not to be
in the world?
trusted.
Can't
that
be
person.
trusted at all.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
You don't want to look at their Google search history.
Definitely not.
Just, I make sure first, my first pass covers any nubbins that I don't want to be seen. It hides a surprise inside. And then you can be a little more generous, make a little swirl.
Look at that.
It's always nice to have a swirl on top.
Yep.
And then just a little bit of zest.
Could you put this in the refrigerator and eat it
Oh,
the
absolutely.
next day?
Absolutely. And the longer it sits, the more it's infused with that orange
flavor.
goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Kevin.
Fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Good.
Wow.
And
Your
it's
head's
just a
gonna
really
explode.
fun
Yeah.
idea.
It's your
For
labor.
all that fruit you're not eating,
Wow.
guys.
Yeah.
You're just letting sit around.
Could be cake. All that food could be cake.
Eat the cake.